If you spent 10 hours, you're making 500 bucks an hour. This is what a wholesaler should be making. So, hey guys, Stefan Arnio here. We're gonna talk about wholesaling again. You know, it's a hot topic, people love it. People wanna be wholesaling. I got my dad here, D. Arley. Now, he's, how many deals have you done, Dick? 3, 4, 5, what have we done?
4.
He's done 4 deals, so 4 deals done already. He comes in here, he works, he does this part-time, like, you know, he's here, some days he's here, some days he's not here, some days he's here even more. But he's the kind of guy, we trained him, we showed him how to make calls. And so Dick, let's talk about some of the wholesale deals you did. You've done 4 already, we got 4 done. So what was the first one you did?
The first one would be in Pritchard, 704 Pritchard.
Okay, so you wholesaled the property on Pritchard, okay? And what was the asking price on that property? That was an MLS deal, right?
That was an MLS, yeah. I think it was 104 or 109.
Okay, so it was listed, let's say, for like 109. Now, what did you end up tying this property at? Well, actually, before we do that, so this is the asking price. What was the ARV after repair value? Do you remember?
So I think it was 145.
Okay, so 145. So this property, you know, this isn't the most great part of town, but there are people who want this property, and it was listed. It was a flip that wasn't really done very well. So this guy was sitting on the market. His price was going down, 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 down. What did you end up tying it up at?
91. Oh, no, 95, that's right.
Was it 95 or that was 80s? What was it?
No, we ended up buying it at, no, we bought it at 89, sorry.
Yeah, okay, he's got to get his numbers together. So the buy was, it was 80. Didn't you guys exit it at 91?
We sold it at 91, yes.
Okay, so you sold it, I'll get down here. So you sold it at 91.
Right, and my first initial was 95.
Yeah, so he needs help, look at this, he needs help negotiating. So he offered 95. I thought we got it in the 80s, wasn't it mid 80s?
89.
Okay, so 89, okay.
Yeah.
So he got this thing tied up at 89, we sold it at 91. Profit on that first wholesale deal, 2,000 bucks.
Right.
Now some of you guys might say, oh man, 2,000 bucks, not a lot of money. Well, in Winnipeg, where we live, average Winnipegger makes 35 grand a year. So this is like somebody's paycheck for the month, right? This is what somebody actually can live on. Most retirees in North America live on this amount of money every month. So, you know, how long did it take you to do this deal? Like an hour, 2 hours?
It was a little bit more than that.
Okay, so a couple hours, 4 hours?
I had been following that property for a while. I thought
Well, you went down a bunch of times, even though I told you not to. So again, we're training him. So he went down to the property 1,000,000 times. How many hours did it actually take him? I'm trying to figure out dollars per hour.
Quite a few hours.
So how many? Give me a number. It's a numbers question.
I would say 40 hours.
You spent 40 hours on that deal?
Yeah.
No. How can you spend 40 hours? Okay, so let's say 40 hours on this deal. That's insane. I don't know how you're spending 40 hours on this deal, but we'll take your word for it. So 40 hours, so 2,000 divided by 40, still pretty good rate of pay. So if you spent 40 hours, you need help. Okay, so 2,000 divided by 40 hours, 50 bucks an hour. Okay, still pretty good.
Bryce was coaching me, so I needed some help there.
Okay, so you spent a long time on this, longer than you should have. Okay,
absolutely.
So what's the second deal you did?
The second one is the one Elmhurst.
Elmhurst, okay. So we'll go through Elmhurst. Now this was an MLS deal too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the asking price on this? Wasn't it like almost 300 grand?
It was almost 300.
Was it 289?
289, I think it was.
Okay, so this property, they were asking 289, asking on the market, okay? Now after repair value, what was the ARV?
I believe it's 350 or 2.
It's closer to 4. I think we got it at, I think our ARV right now is close to 399 is what we're shooting for.
I think that's
because it's gonna be a brand new house.
Yeah.
So somewhere in there, like high 3s, okay?
Right.
Now the buy, what did you guys end up buying it at?
190.
190, okay, and again, you were offering too much money again.
I offered 160 for it.
No, but you came in, I think you had it at 200 or 210,
Before DT, I was at 160
Okay.
with conditions, several conditions.
Right, but then with those conditions, you were giving 200 grand.
Right.
So no, you were at 200, you were at like a higher number and then we brought you down. So we ended up closing this property, we got it at 189 tied up. Now again, he's not a super great negotiator, he's brand new, so needed help negotiating the close, right? Because DT brought it down to 190. Because you were at 200, brought it down to 190.
Some of my conditions, they said, weren't workable.
Okay, so he tried to do some creative deal, didn't work, okay? So we got 190. Now this one we kept. We kept this, so we're flipping this. The close date's coming up, so we're gonna flip this property. Now what's the fee on this? 5 grand fee?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
still got a $5,000 fee. How many hours did that take on this deal?
Not that many hours.
Not that many. So
Yeah.
how many? Give me a number.
I would say no more than 10.
Okay, so this is more in line with what I'd expect. If you spent 10 hours, you're making 500 bucks an hour. This is what a wholesaler should be making. Okay, so first deal, you didn't really know what you were doing, so you wasted 40 hours on this deal, way too much time. Second deal, this is in line with what you should be making, okay?
Right.
Third deal, which one's the third deal? Lipton?
Lipton is, yeah, the third one, yeah.
Okay, so we got one on Lipton, okay? Now this is my lead. I got this lead off a tarp slash car magnet. So this was a car magnet, a tarp. Now the asking price on this, I was involved in this deal, I helped them close it. So this one, the asking price, I think they wanted, was it 140, 150, something like that? 150?
Yeah.
So they wanted 150, the ARV is 230. Private deal, you know, older lady, lots of junk in her house, cats, that kind of thing. We bought it for, what was it, 120, 112.
Yeah.
It was 112.
Yeah, I think it was 112, yeah.
Okay, so bought it for 112. Okay. Now this one I'm keeping right now. And what's the fee on this? 5,000 bucks too, isn't it? It's a $5,000 fee.
Yeah.
Okay, now you were an assist on this. You set up the meeting and you came on the meetings and you were an assist. So what are you making on this deal?
That one was 500.
You're making 500 bucks.
Yeah.
Okay, so your piece on this is 500 bucks. And how much time did you spend on this deal? An hour? 2 hours?
2, I think.
2 hours. Okay, so 2 hours, so he's making 250 bucks an hour on this. Okay, then we got deal number 4, which we did yesterday. Okay, so look guys, wholesalers, 50 bucks an hour. If you did this full time all year, 50 bucks an hour is 100 grand a year. So if you did this all year long, it's 100 grand. You should make 100 grand a year. This is what you should be making when you get smarter and more efficient. 500 bucks an hour is a good wholesaler. And then this one, 250 bucks an hour, good deal, okay? So I'll come over here, we'll do deal number 4. Okay, so this is the deal you did this week. Okay, so that was Simcoe?
Yeah.
Okay.
529.
Okay. Okay, so Simcoe, did a deal on Simcoe here. Okay, so this one was it an MLS or was it a pocket?
That was early in market, so Mark Brown, he said that it's coming on the market. If I wanted, I could have it.
Okay.
So the next day it was on MLS.
Okay, so you kind of got it a little bit before.
Right.
It's like, you know, just emerging, okay?
Yeah.
That one was the asking price.
They want the...
64.9.
Yeah.
Okay, so you wanted 64.9. And then what's the ARV? What was a new build worth on that? Do you know? 240? I think it was worth 240.
Actually, well, that was land value, and we checked what the land value was around it.
No, I'm asking you a different question. So we got to slow it down. With the new house on this land, I think it's worth 240.
At least, yeah.
Okay, so it's worth 240 if someone puts a new house on it. And they can build for 110, 110,000, 120,000. So there's money here. Okay? ARV, now the buy, watch this. So what did we end up buying it for, Dick?
We bought it a list.
A full list. Okay, so look at this, 64.9, full list. Now, what's interesting about this, look, full list price, but it was a little bidding war. There was a whole bunch of people that wanted this thing and we were first.
Right, so our first offer was 55.
Yeah, so we tried to steal it for 55, couldn't get it. Tied it up at 64.9, and then you sold it at 70, right?
Right.
Sold it to a builder renovator guy for 70K. So that's $5,100. Now, how much of your time did this deal take? This took a bit of time, about a day?
That was a day, yeah.
Okay, so 8 hours, 5,100 in 8 hours. Okay, so let's do the math on that. That's a little bit weird. I don't know my 51 times tables. 5,100 divided by 8 hours, $637.50 per hour. So again, this is a good amount of money. That's right where you want to be. 637 an hour.
Yeah.
50 an hour, this is low because that was your first one and you didn't.
That was my first one. And
the first one takes longer, you know, and then this Elmhurst, this was good, 500 an hour. And then this one here, 250 an hour, is still good. You know, this was not a lot of effort.
yeah, the big difference there is right now I'm working on like 15, 20 deals.
Yeah.
Whereas Richard, I had one deal only because that's all I had found.
Right, so he's getting better at his job, he's getting better at playing. Now why don't we go take a look at your workspace, because I want to show people, like, this is wholesaling. So if you want to be a wholesaler, you want to do this for real, this is what the guy does. So come with me, we're going to go take a look. So we're in the boardroom right now, we're going to go over to the workspace. Hey Amber, back door's open, can you close it? Hey, Tom. Okay. Okay, so this is where DRLA works. So what are some of the tools you need to do this job?
So all I really use all the time is my phone, obviously. MLS listing for a computer.
So laptop.
I need that laptop.
So a laptop like this costs you, like, if you want to buy it, it's like $300. You know, just a easy laptop. You got a phone, everyone's got a phone.
I use my black book, I use a map.
Black book.
And then I made...
So he's old school, he's not even using Google Maps, he's using paper maps.
And then I make my own maps where I can see where land values are, deals, what I should be. I'm old school, I use some paperwork.
There you go. Yeah, we got these sheets, call sheets, he's got some things. So there's a couple like systems being used here. Hey, look, we pasted your script up here 1,000,000 times, so you can just follow your one script. It's a one-page script, easy peasy. Then over here, he's got some business cards of agents he's met. That's cool. Like, it's a really simple business. If you got a phone, we're gonna go back to the other room. So if you got a phone, and you can back up. If you got a phone and a laptop, internet connection, that's all you need. Phone, laptop, and if you get smart, use your brain instead of your body, you can make $500 an hour. Like, look right here. If you're smart and learn to do this and you're getting better DRLA, 637 an hour, 50 an hour, still not great, but most people don't make it out of their job. 500 an hour, 250 an hour. Now we got some deals in the pipe. Should we look at deal number 5 and deal number 6? We got 2 more in the pipe right now.
We have 2 more in the pipe right now.
Now you're not supposed to say the address, we'll just say the general area because these deals aren't done yet. We're gonna look at deal number 5 and deal number 6 that he's working on right now. And you're gonna see, like, when you get good at this, he's starting to get good. So it's starting to work because your first deal, maybe you're not gonna make $1 million your first deal, but you gotta keep repeating. It's just like going to the gym, just like getting in shape. So deal number 5 now. This one, we'll say it's
Old Saint Vital.
Oh, the Saint Vital?
Old Saint Vital.
Okay, so this is Saint Vital, which is a good area in town. And then number 6 we'll say is Jefferson, which we just literally got under contract right now. Okay, so Saint Vital, what's the general numbers? This one, 2 houses on this piece of land's worth $750, you think?
Right, that's correct, yeah.
Okay, so this one, it's a double lot in a really good neighborhood, private deal. ARV's worth $750,000. So someone has to knock the house down, put 2 lots on it, and then they can do a $750,000 build. What is the current contract amount that you're gonna get? 246?
246.
Okay, so the buy is 246.5. This is a current deal, so the numbers are all fresh in your mind. And then what was the highest you think we can sell this for? Was it 270 is the highest?
We should be able to get 270 for it, yeah.
Okay, so the highest we could sell this for, we could sell the contract for about 270 or so. We did the math. You know, if somebody was gonna be in that for 75 cents on the dollar, I think it was, I'll just do the math, 270,000 minus 246,500. So that's about 23,500 you can make on that deal, 23,500. Now, if I recall in the other room we did the numbers, I think you can go a little higher than this. I think it was about 277, because if I recall, you could get up to 30 grand on this contract if you sell it properly.
Right.
Right, that takes some brains, it takes some packaging, you can't just be a dummy and do this, you gotta be smart, sell it smart. So somewhere between, you know, anywhere, this deal you could sell it between 3 and 30 grand he can make on this deal if it's done right, and that's the key. If you do it right, you get that. Now over here, Jefferson, we just got this deal. ARV on this, I think was 289. Is that right? 289, that's what a new house is worth. So we're moving a lot of land to builders, easy to work with. 289, the buy on this is 89, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And then the sell, we don't know what the sell is, but I think the sell could be up to 119. So this could be a $30,000 wholesale as well. Okay, is that making sense?
Yeah.
So let's just say you can get 30,000 on this deal. How many hours will you have in this deal?
Well, that one is less than 10 hours right now.
Okay, so if it's 10 hours, let's just say it's 10, which is a lot. Okay, what are you adding in for those 10 hours? Does that include grinding the phone and calling a million? I don't see where 10 hours is going.
Phoning and going and looking at the property.
Did you drive down and see this? Okay, so he's driving down to see these things. Now, this one, we didn't even drive down to see it. I said, don't get in the car.
Right.
Because I've been in this business for a long time. So he's wasting time driving around. 40 hours, I don't even know how he does 40 hours on a deal, but somehow he's wasting 40 hours. Okay, so let's say he drives down there. Now, driving somewhere probably takes you an hour and a half. So did you drive there 3 times?
I've been down in that area several times, yeah.
So I don't know why he's doing that. He's wasting his own time. So 10 hours on this deal shouldn't be 10.
The reason why is because I think there's more deals in that area.
Okay, so whatever. He's adding in some poking around time for other deals. But this specific deal, 10 hours, $3,000 an hour, okay? He needs help, lots of help. Now over here, Jefferson, how much time have you spent on Jefferson?
Half an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. Let's just say let's say it takes you another 3 more hours. Let's say it takes you 4 hours for this deal. Okay, 4 hours because you're smarter now, you have a better list. We're better at getting the properties. 4 hours on that, what is that, 7,500 an hour.
Yeah, I have to set up my whole system, so that takes hours for the first deal.
Right, the first one, and that you made 50 bucks an hour on the first deal, wasn't very good.
Right.
But these better deals, where there's less time going in, this is 3,000 an hour, this is 4 hours, that's 7,500 an hour. So now this is turning into a really nice piece. So would you say it's worth it to wholesale houses?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so if he can close, or if we can close these out, you got this contract, this one's live right now. So you gotta go sell that contract.
Yeah.
I think you should start reverse auction at 119. Reverse auction, so we'll take bids.
We can do that.
And see how close we can get to this. And then St. Patel, this is at 2 o'clock, we're gonna have this tied up.
Yeah.
So then by Monday morning, potentially, there could be $60,000 of profit here. Potentially, right? Even if it's half as good, it's $30,000 of profit. If it's half a half, it's $15,000 of profit. Still worth it. Okay, awesome. Anything you want to say to the people at home about wholesaling houses?
Well, the nice part with that is that if you decide to repair a house, you're going to be in the neighborhood anyway. So that what I usually do is I see if I can do a wholesale or if we can buy and add value to the building and then sell it again. So it's not a waste of time. You work on it anyway, and you're looking for properties anyway, so you might as well do the wholesale, because you could do really well in just a few hours.
Right, and you're starting to get good at this, so you can do an unlimited number of these. Now, how much of your money do you have in every single deal?
Zero.
He's got no money down. He's doing $0 in every single deal. So 0, 0, 0, and look at the money that's being made here. So I'm Stefan Arnio, guys. Respect the grind. This has been, wholesaling houses. Again, hot topic. People love it. They're interested in that. We'll see you guys on the next video.